And there is a lot that lies under the surface of anger. Anger is just a symptom of an unmet need. Hi, I'm Cindy Shumaker, and I help people struggling with grief unpack and manage all their emotions with ease and grace. We sometimes find ourselves overcome by intense sadness that seems to have no cause, like it comes out of the blue. We may be feeling discouraged and lethargic first thing in the morning, lacking any enthusiasm or focus for the day. And even the tiniest tasks seem incredibly difficult. Almost everything is a challenge to understand as we struggle to make sense of our feelings. And according to experts, it's likely that we might be experiencing a case of depression. And one of the oddest but most intriguing insights about depression is that it may not at its core be about sadness, but rather about anger. So anger that you've been unable to express is then turned inward, and it makes us sad about everything and everyone. In reality, we could be angry very deep down about specific events and or specific people. If we could deeply and truly fully understand our own despair and anger, we may eventually find our energy again. Depression is anger without enthusiasm. It is not life itself that has let us down, but rather it's a small number of specific events or people, some of which we could have even forgotten, but the subconscious has not forgotten. This fact alone immediately raises questions. How can we be so angry but unaware of why we are so triggered or annoyed? And this happens with my clients. I can be working with them, and all of a sudden, a memory will pop up about something that happened to them, but they had suppressed it. And they're like, wow, where did that come from? I hadn't thought about that for years. But when the subconscious is ready and feels safe to be able to release that, it will bring that back up again so that it can be dealt with, especially on this journey of inner peace and fulfillment. But however, we tend to have this lack of self-awareness in general. Most people just aren't really in tune to what they're feeling. So this lack of self-awareness makes this concept easier to understand. By nature, unless we are very self-aware, we don't keep track of the things in life that impact our feelings. We have thousands of thoughts a day, and we're not keeping hashtags or keeping a journal of all the things that are impacting our feelings. So we could be laughing, and the next thing you notice, you're triggered by something, and then you wonder why you're feeling bad. And understanding why we feel the way we do involves more than just feeling the feeling. I mean, that's important, but it goes deeper than that. See, often we're taught as children that it's unacceptable to feel anger. It contradicts this image that our parents would like us to portray as being kind and gentle and pleasant and nice. And we may feel some guilt or shame when we feel angry because we don't want to disappoint our parents, or we don't want to aim that anger towards someone that we love or that may love us. And sometimes our anger is then dismissed and unvalidated by our parents. So then we feel unheard or that our feelings don't matter. And everyone wants to feel heard and understood, but many times that doesn't happen. I don't know how many times I've had clients say, when I was growing up, children were seen but not heard. And this led to that feeling of not being worthy, not being lovable, that they didn't matter. See, we have not mastered the art of having these controlled, constructive conversations with our loved ones. And there is a lot that lies under the surface of anger. Anger is just a symptom of an unmet need. Acknowledging your anger and mentally processing unmet needs is the best way to move through your anger to achieve inner peace. This is not meant to point fingers or blame events or people for not meeting your needs, but rather it's a way to understand these situations, to release the pain, to release the resentment and then unpack all of the feelings in order to heal. The process of releasing the hurt and the pain makes life as a whole become more manageable and more hopeful. And we all need and crave hope. It's that little glimmer of light that makes us feel better. And as long as you're alive, you will never be done learning about your own mind and how it works. You are 100% responsible for your life. No one is going to save you. You have to save yourself. Learn to master your emotions so they don't master you, because what is at stake if you don't?